Hi everyone. Today we are going to talk about the new tool from Salesforce, which is Salesforce Marketing Cloud Growth. Specifically, I've seen a lot of people talking about uh, this tool who are already working as a Marketing Cloud developer or consultant. They have a lot of questions that because this tool is introduced, will they will deprecate Marketing Cloud engagement, or do they have to like learn new skills? Like there will be real jobs in future for marketing cloud engagement or something like that. Even I don't have the answer for that, but something that I want to talk about is helping you understand what this new tool is and how you can leverage your marketing cloud engagement skills in this new tool. So I'm assuming all of the people who are watching this video have the knowledge of marketing cloud already, and this is more about leveraging your existing marketing cloud growth, marketing cloud engagement skills to this new tool, which is marketing cloud growth, right? So I'll somewhat compare a marketing cloud engagement with marketing cloud growth. What are the different segments, areas are there, and how they are in new tool? Because in the end, it's marketing automation tool, and for every marketing automation tool, there are some specific things that you need to do, like creating audience, creating emails, creating journeys, right? So how we are going to do it in this new tool? So that is what we are going to do. We're basically reimagining our marketing cloud engagement with marketing cloud growth. So I'll talk about some of these topics which basically I'm comparing with marketing cloud engagement. So how it was in marketing cloud engagement, it's email studio, but in marketing cloud growth it's different. It's called segments, which is basically data cloud segments, right? How we have content builder in marketing cloud engagement, what it is in growth. There is reporting in marketing cloud, how it is in growth. There are journey builders, what is there in the growth for journey builder. There are cloud pages, so what is there in growth? How you create same cloud pages in growth, right? So I'm comparing things with side by side, so helping you reimagine the things that you are already doing in marketing cloud, how you will do it in the growth if you're switching from marketing cloud engagement to growth, or you are learning marketing cloud growth basically. So my first comparison is getting the audiences. In the end, if you are uh, working on any marketing automation tool, you need audience. And there are different ways to get the audience in different tools. In Marketing Cloud Engagement, we have Email Studio, or you can we have Contact Builder, right? Both are the same thing. You get data from different sources in Marketing Cloud, and you create different data extensions in Marketing Cloud Engagement, uh, which then you use for different email sending. So basically, you create data extensions as an audience, right? There are typically three ways to get data in Marketing Cloud engagement on a very high level. First is APIs. You can get data from using different Marketing Cloud APIs. Then the other way is using FTP. Then the third way is there is one single standard connection, Marketing Cloud Connect package, which you can connect your Marketing Cloud with a Salesforce CRM and get data from your Salesforce CRM to Marketing Cloud. These are the three major broadly ways, right? Apart from that, there are many third-party tools which is under the hook using uh, APIs or FTPs, right? So basically, these are the main three things. Then you, of course, import data from a CSV to a data extension directly. But yeah, right. That's how you got the data in your marketing cloud engagement. Now, how you will get data in growth? In growth, there is no separate uh, space to import data or uh, get data in your account in your org. Growth basically essentially work on the top of data cloud. So it is compulsory. It is necessary to have data cloud to feed data in your account, in your growth account. So basically, all the data that you are getting from different sources, you have to first put it in your data cloud, and then from data cloud you create unified individuals. Now only these unified individual can be feed into your uh, growth growth different campaigns, right? These and in the end, this data is there in data cloud only. It's not there in growth because all of these tools, data cloud, growth, and then CRM, they are in the Salesforce core platform. So it's easier to share data between these platforms, and that is how data cloud and growth share the data, because they are under the same base, they are under the same platform. So all the data that uh, you you create it in data cloud, and then that data cloud segments will be used in your marketing cloud growth. I can now show you how it look like. So let me just take an example. Um, Let me just open actually marketing cloud growth for you to give you a first view of marketing cloud growth, how it look like, right? So it's actually under Salesforce core platform. So if you have previously used Salesforce CRM like Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, or any cloud, you might be familiar with this UI. This is Salesforce Lightning Components, right? Under the Salesforce core platform. So you have these three dots. In that you will search for a tool called marketing, and you will find it there. So we are already in marketing tool. So that is basically your growth tool, your new marketing cloud engagement. You can imagine it like that. Uh, you can definitely customize this dashboard and everything. The first thing that we are going to talk about is the segments, right? We are comparing how we feed data into data cloud. So you see this segment tab under marketing, your marketing cloud growth. It's not necessary that you have this tab by default. You have to add it. Basically, you can just go and then add different tabs here. This tab is do not belong to growth specifically. This tab is coming from your data cloud, because again they are under the same platform. It's easier to share these things between a different platform. You can in fact get the context tab or lead tabs, but they are not useful in terms of growth, right? As long as you have permission, for sure, right? So this tab is basically a tab which is from the data cloud. Is just the reference of that particular tab, and all the data that you're seeing here is coming from data cloud. So there is nothing much uh, in marketing cloud growth to import data or anything like that. All of these things will go under the data cloud platform. That is why it's like compulsory to learn data cloud now. Once you import or maybe create data streams, data lake objects, data models, and everything in data cloud, then you will be able to create these segments, and then you can use these segments to send emails from the growth. So you can see this picture also, where I'm talking about the same thing. All of the data will feed into data cloud. Data cloud will create a unified record, and that only that will be used in your growth. I'll quickly go ahead and show you how you can create segments. That's very easy to create once you have the data in your data cloud. The same way you create data extension in marketing cloud, here you are basically creating that segments. Click on new. When I click on new, give me a second. Here's the standard. Again, this section is actually belong to data cloud, as I mentioned. So I can go and then I can create a standard segment. There are different data spaces in data cloud. So all of these part is basically from the data cloud. I'll create a tutorial on data cloud as well in future. I'm talking about creating a segment. So there are different objects in data cloud. The one that you have to use is unified individual. You can only uh, use the segments which are created on the unified individual. Let's just say if you create a segment on account or individual or any other object, that you will not be able to use in your growth. Right, so I have to create segments only on unified individual. So you have to create unified individual in data cloud, and then only that can be used in your growth. I'll create a segment. Let's just call it birthday campaign. It will be let's just say it will be a standard publish, because I want it to be refreshed in every 24 hours. That is enough. If you want more frequent refresh, you can use rapid publish. I can start it here. Just start it. Let's just set end it to this. I'll keep logback window to 90 days. Logback window is basically from for how much backdate data it should consider when they are refreshing. So if you have set for 90 days, it will just consider the data of last 90 days while doing the next refresh. Here you have, so you see this, this is something that you have seen in your marketing cloud also. In marketing cloud filter, we create filters. It is somewhat similar to that, but I'll not say it's same because these segments are more enhanced, more capable to do a lot more things that you cannot do in the simple marketing cloud filters. So I'll, for this particular use case, simply select birth date as this and done, right? I'll show you some of the capabilities of this segments, which seems very interesting to me. The first is include and exclude. There is an option to exclude what type of exclude the record as well. So here you can define a condition, and based on that, those type of record will be excluded, and the condition in which you have defined or include, it will just take those records. Exclude is something that is very helpful when you have a data model of one-to-many relationships. So let's just say you have profiles and you have their orders. These two objects are connected with one-to-many, and in these segments, you have to provide the condition of exclude as well along with include. You might have seen as a data cloud developer or consultant that filters, sometimes when you're creating filter based on the data relationships, they are giving you wrong results because the reason is you are using some of the excluding conditions in your filters which are not capable to, which data marketing cloud filters are not capable to do. So you end up have to use different SQL queries and all. So this exclude feature will help you to remove the dependency of SQL from a lot much more bigger scale than the filters that is there in marketing cloud engagement. The other thing that I like about this enhanced segmentation is, let's just take an example of this. I have my I have opportunities as well here. So let's, I don't want to use prospect, but let's just say data source. So I've drag and drop this field because it's a related field, and there can be scenarios where this object is connected with one-to-many relationship. When an object is connected with one-to-many relationship, you got this advanced option of doing the count as well. So let's just say I want all the uh, all the opportunities. Just taking a simple example. So it will check for this condition as well as it will check that there should be at least let's just say three records that are matching with this particular condition for that particular individual in this particular prospect. So when you have one-to-many relationship, you can use this enhancement. Let's just say you are creating a filter where you want all the records that have made a order of more than $100 more than three times. So you can do that with this advanced option, which is actually not there in data marketing cloud engagement filters. For all of these complex scenarios, you go with SQL. So you create SQLs, and so there is a dependency on SQL there, right? I click on save. So I think you got the idea how you create segments and how they are better and enhanced in data cloud. This this is something which is related to audience, which is one comparison. Now I'll talk about the other things. So once you create your audience that we have just done, the second option comes is creating your emails. So let's just see how you create your emails in your marketing cloud engagement and how you can create the emails in your new tool, which is growth. So we all are familiar with this UI where you create a segment using, sorry, create emails using this UI. We'll talk about how you can create emails in growth. Okay. So the same way you have a content builder in Marketing Cloud engagement, you have content option, which is basically your CMS workspace in your growth. So what is CMS workspace? You can just think of this as a content builder of uh, of your growth account, the same way you have in your Marketing Cloud engagement. In content, in CMS workspace, there is a concept of workspaces, which is you can think of them as separate instance. They are not folders; they are separate instance. So you create different instance, and then you can set up permission for different user for different instances. Let's just say you have a different department of uh, appointment campaigns. You create a workspace which is related to appointments, and then you assign the permission to different users for that particular instance, right? Typically, we create different business unit in Marketing Cloud for the same purposes, right? Uh, so another example can be you have different brands, so you can create workspace for different branch. For each branch, you can create a new workspace. I've created one workspace for myself. Just just like creating a workspace is just like creating a folder. But remember, but keep in mind it's not a folder. It's a it's a instance, and you can assign different permission to different workspaces to different users. Now inside a workspace, I can create folders, same typical ways. And then these folders you can create different uh, emails. You can upload images the same way you do in content builder. So you will go here, add, and then you will click on add content, and then you can just to upload images you'll select image. To create emails you'll select email. You can ignore the rest of them. I think SMS is also pretty straightforward. We'll talk about the rest. Right. So for now, I'm just going and creating an email. I'll not go ahead and create a new email from scratch. I'll just use the existing one just to show you how it look like inside uh, content builder. I'll click on edit. Same process, same thing. You provide a name for your email, then you provide the subject line, pre-headers, and then you provide all the content. So here you provide the subject line, here you provide the pre-headers, and then there are different content blocks available for you to use. Definitely in your Marketing Cloud engagement, you have a lot of content blocks. In growth, there are only few that is introduced so far, but in future, I assume there will be a lot more components available. It's called components here, but they are basically different content builders that you have in your Marketing Cloud account engagement. So we'll talk about it. Creating an email is pretty simple, pretty straightforward. The same way you create emails in your Marketing Cloud engagement, you do that the same thing here. You drag and drop different content blocks, and then you just let's just say for this one, I'll just select the image. Mm, So very straightforward. Then you provide different text, right? Now let's just talk about you can create dynamic content as well. So basically creating different variations based on your conditions. What about personalization, right? Personalization you can do because the data is there is no separate space for data in growth. All the data is coming from data cloud. So the personalizations data will also come from data cloud. Uh, In marketing cloud engagement, you create attribute groups. Uh, the same so the same way you will create data graphs in your data cloud. Uh, this is again a different topic which will go and cover under the data cloud. So I'll create future videos on that. But once you create these data graphs, you can just think of data graphs as the attribute data attributes that you create data in your data designer in your contact builder in marketing cloud engagement. Once you do that, you will have the option to select them inside your email. So I'll go and then select from a data graph, and then I have different connected object. So I'll for this one, let's just say I'll select a related one. Inside related, I have unified linked individual, and then linked individual inside which I have accounts. Then I have opportunities. So in fact, I can use opportunities also. I can provide the name, and then again, let's just say I wanted to provide the name of the opportunity which have the most, the max total number of, uh, sorry, the max amount value. So I'll select opportunity, I'll select total opportunity, and then I'll select uh, descending order and add. Done. So what I did here essentially, uh, it will show the opportunity name of for that particular individual. It will show the let's just say a individual have five opportunities, and then they have different amounts in each opportunities. Here I have given in my personalization that bring the opportunity that have the max total number of max amount value. So that's how it's like a little enhanced. That is then the marketing cloud engagement. For in marketing cloud engagement, if you have multiple opportunities, you have to do lookup and then maybe lookup by orders and everything. All of that thing is or maybe you have to get that field in your source data extension, and then you use that simply as personalization. But here, once because you have already created the data graphs, all of these things you just simply do it with this advanced personalization in your data cloud, in your growth, sorry, right? That's one of the main new thing that is there in data cloud. Of course, there is no option of personalization, so amp script in growth so far, so you cannot use amp script inside your emails. But I think these advanced personalization is something that will help you to remove dependency on using amp script, right? Then there is another concept of uh, branding. So I'll quickly go ahead and talk about brand. So basically what you do, you create a brand pre-handed. So in your brand is basically a collection of your brand theme. So in your brand you provide what color of the button should be there in the email, what color of text should be there in the email, what will the standard size of the emails. All of these things you define in a brand, and then you can just simply select that brand, and your email will quickly convert it for that particular brand. So I've created a brand here that is basically a green color brand, and I'll select it. So as soon as select, my email is transformed into that particular branding, because in this branding I have defined that the background color should be red, so it automatically convert the background color into the red. I defined that the text color should be should be white, so it automatically convert all the text color into white. Let's just say in the brand I have defined that my button color should be specific green color. As soon as I drag and drop a button, it is all of those uh, color colors are applied into the button automatically. I don't have to do it manually because I have already specified them in my brand. If I go ahead and select a different brand, it will just use all the colors and everything from that particular specific brand. So you see by default the color of the button will be blue, but because I have brand selected, it automatically converted my button into that particular brand. So you don't have to design your emails again and again. You just have to create your email and then just select this specific branding for that. Let's just say you have two different brands, so you can just create one email and then you can just duplicate it and select two different brand on the same email. So you don't have to manually change everything on the email. It will automatically apply the branding of that particular brand for you, particular company for you, right? I can just name my email here, and then pretty standard thing, description, everything for my internal users, and then the message purpose. So let's just say it's a promotional message. I can select transaction also, and all of the things are pretty same, right? I think you got the idea how you create emails in inside growth, and you are seeing that all of this UI is just the UI change. I think I'll say on the broader level. Of course, on the infrastructure level in the backend, they might have they are using a lot of different things. But for you as a marketing cloud developer or consultant, there is no much difference. In the end, the core functionality remain the same. So you can leverage your same skills of your marketing cloud engagement in your in this new tool growth to learn this tool quickly, right? I'll talk about the next comparison. So the next comparison is related to journeys. So you have created your audience, you have created your emails. Now the time comes to create a journey inside a marketing cloud engagement, and then how you'll create journeys in growth. Earlier there is an option like I know back in 4 or 5 days back, I was able to create journeys inside the campaigns, but it seems that the option is removed now. I'm not pretty sure what happened there. Just but I see that now you can create journeys from the flow. So you'll go in your flow tab. You click on create new, and then here you'll select flows based on segments, because to send emails you can just send emails from the segment itself. If the flow is scheduled based on the segment, then only you can send the emails. So I'll select this. I've seen that there are new options introduced in this new flow also. So they are launching a lot of options in the segments. We'll select the segment that we have just created. I think that we have created the birthday campaign segment. So I selected that. So that will be my entry source. So I think I have already scheduled it to refresh in every 24 hours. So the audience will refresh in every 24 hours, and the users will enter into this particular flow, or I can say just journey, to keep things easy for you. Then you will select email. You will go and then select the email activity. So on your journey, you have on the left side you have that panel where you drag and drop different activities. Here you will just go and then select your activities from this option. So I'll select email first. I can label this email. mm, I'll go and then select my email, the email that I've just created. The email I've created the email inside this workspace. So I'll select that. I'll select the email. uh, my first email is selected. Then I'll go and then let's just say we wanted to do a distance split, so I'll go and then select distance split. mm, let's just say, just to keep things easy, um, I'll go and select the resource again. For the destiny split in your marketing cloud engagement, you have two type of data. One is journey data and one is contact data. Here you just have the contact data. You can just call it contact data, but they are basically the data graph. So here, the only option that you have to select in your destiny split is selecting the option. Selecting the data which is coming from a data cloud, which is basically created based on the data graph. So again, the same thing that you use in personalization. Once you have the data graph created, you can use that in personalization as well as here in decision splits in your flows. So I'll just take birth rate is equal to, let's just say, keep things easy for now. I'll just simply select something. Birth rate is equal to something that's selected, right? So once you do that, you have the decision split option, like the true path and the false path based. There you can just say select SMS. On the other one, I can just select another email. One of another thing that I want to talk about is in your journey builder you have something called wait. So you here also you have the wait option. So you can just select wait. Uh, Wait until date. Date option is there. There is something that is called wait until event that I want to talk about. So in your journeys, you have decision split and you have engagement split. Engagement split is based on the email send, open, or click, right? Here you have something similar, which is there in your. Let me just remove this option. Delete. Here you have something called wait until event. I'll click on edit. So now you can just select email open or email bounce and all of those options. So let's just say um, I've selected email open and I'll just save it here. The max on the bottom you are basically selecting the max waiting time. So it'll just wait max, let's just say for 1 month. I'll say based on my first email that is sent. So if it is open, then uh, so if they have opened the email, I'll go into this path. Otherwise, I'll go into this path. There's a difference between the engagement split that we use and then this wait until event. The engagement split that we use in Journey Builder, it perform the action after a certain point of time. So let's just say you have added a wait period of 5 days. It will wait for 5 days, and then only after 5 days it will check if someone have opened the email or not. But here you are just selecting the wait until event. So as soon as they have opened the email, they'll go into the first path of the second part. So let's just say they open the email in second day, they'll just go into the first path. It will not wait for that static time. It's more of dynamic. As soon as they've opened the email, they'll go into the second path. Of course, there will be like some delay of 10-15 minutes until the data come into your org, and then it's reflected in your metadata. Then only after it will do that, but quite faster. There is a static time after 5 days only it will check, but here it can check whenever the email is open. It will just send the second email after that. You can definitely add wait time here, but it's on you. Then there is a set timeout length that will basically wait for user to, let's just say I've selected 1 week, so it will just wait max 1 week. If the user have not performed any option in 1 week, they'll go into the second path. You can just change it to 1 month or based on your option. You can do that, right? So these are flows in your growth, the same way you have journeys in Marketing Cloud, right? So we have done comparison between audience, we have done comparison between creating emails. Now we have done comparing the journey builder and then the flows in your growth. The last but not least, I want to talk about a little bit on the. Of course, I want to talk about cloud pages also. So let's just quickly go through that, and then we'll talk about the reporting. So when we were in the content builder, you have seen that let me just open the content builder again. You have seen that apart from email, there are some more options was there. I'll talk about that. In Marketing Cloud, you have cloud pages. You create landing pages, right? That is a separate channel studio that is there in Marketing Cloud engagement. But in growth, it comes under the content itself, under the workspace, CMS workspace. So what you have to do is you are under your workspace. You will just click on create content. The same way you are creating email, but this time you will select, let's just say, landing page, or you can select form, right? Brand is something that we talked about when we're creating emails. So let's just say I'll quickly talk about landing page. I'll select the landing page, and then you can just do the same thing, drag and drop different components and create your landing page. The one extra option that you got while creating landing pages, this form, because emails do not have that dynamicness once it is inside your inbox. But landing page you can create forms. So forms will be created pretty straightforward. Either you have first you have to create the forms, and then you can select the form. Let me just check if I already have a form built. No, I have to create a form from the sketch. No. But we'll create the form. The rest of the thing will remain the same, right? So you create the form, and then you can just use that form inside the landing page. So let me just quickly go ahead and then create a form instead of creating a landing page. Creating a form is also very easy. Content form. I'll name it, let's just say, survey, donation survey or something, right? I can just add different options. Let me just add one button. I don't want button, but let me just add input text. So you have different input text. You can just use checkbox. You can label it yes or no. Uh, you can have drop down, but the one that I'm interested is in plain text. So I can name it name. It will be name, of course. Then I can copy and paste it. I can call it email, and then I can take whatever things I want from the user. Let's just say I want phone, so I'll just say phone and phone here as well. Yeah. So that's how you will create the forms, and then you can use this form inside your landing pages. Pretty straightforward. I'm just giving you a very high level UI of understanding of growth, right? So in engagement, marketing cloud engagement, you have separate channel which is web web cloud web pages where you create different landing pages. Uh, but here you have that inside the CMS workspace itself, right? That is why it's called CMS workspace here, which is basically content management system. So you manage all of your content inside the CMS itself. Last but not least, I quickly want to talk about this reporting. In Marketing Cloud, you have reporting option inside Email Studio where you go into sends and then you see all different email sends and everything, or you go into IR. Here you have for reporting you have this options, which is basically similar to the reporting option of your Salesforce CRM, where you create different reports and then based on those reports you build a dashboard. The same thing, the same way you can do it here. Like you'll create different reports and then those reports can be you can use that those report to create a dashboard, entire dashboard for yourself. I'll quickly go ahead and show you. It's a little easier and then little UI friendly than the Marketing Cloud reporting. I have some templates available, so I can use those templates. So let's just say I'll select this first template. I can create a report based on this. I can go into edit. I can just add columns, different columns in my reporting. Let's just say I want the subject line. Is there I think I selected a different option. So give me a second. I have my report created. So let's just say total email activities. We'll talk about this template, which is related to email sends. Click on edit. Take a little time to load. So you have this template where now you can just add different columns here. So let's just say I want the subject line of the email that I sent. So I can just select the subject line. It will be there in my reporting. You can create different graphs. These kind of graphs. Uh, Wait a second. I have to save and then run it. So now you will see I have is send, is open, is bounce, and along with that I have subject. So I can just add more different fields here. Let's just say I'll add another field which is called form name. So the form name from which I'm sending the email, uh, form name and form address. I can use those kind of fields. Run, and that's it. You got your report created, your customized report created the way you want it. Right, so it's very easier here, and then you can create a dashboard out of these different reports, right? Quickly go ahead, go back in my email section and talk about one option that I just missed. Not mm, not something that is important, something that you can quite easily figure out by yourself. But yeah, the same way you have test and in the Marketing Cloud engagement, you have option of preview here as well. So remember the personalization that we've used in the email. I can actually see how it looks, and I can actually do a test send as well. So I'll do a test send also. So you see we are using some personalization here. I'll go ahead and select a segment. You're seeing that I am seeing few segments here, but when I was in my segment tab, there was a lot of segments because these are the segment that is created based on the unified individual. So I only have the option to select out of those segment. I cannot select other segment that is created on other different objects. Now inside this segment, okay, I think there is no record available in this segment. So let me just select another one. Yeah, this segment have one record, so I can select that. So you see, I can see that this email is now previewed based on that particular person. I have named them testing and testing, which is not quite good name. Let me just check. I have another. But I think you got the point, right? I do not have much records available at this point, but yeah, let's just say I have this one. So here the name will be Joel. Joel. So the name will be there. Yeah, you can see, right? And then you can also perform sends as well. So I'll go and click on send, and then I can just provide my email address to whom I wanted to send the email. So I'm just selecting one of my personal email address, and I can select the sender profiles. It's something similar which we have in marketing or engagement as well, right? You create sender profiles, stuff like that. There you have to verify that in email is sent. So let's just wait for the email to receive. So in growth you have to create DKIM and IB reputation and everything. In marketing cloud we have SAP option, but here it's a little different. So the process of creating sender profiles is also a little different, right? So you can see that I've received the email and with the personalization and everything. Yeah, I think yeah, that's it with that. Now as we have talked about everything, it's up to you. You will decide if SFMC growth is your friend or a foe. Can you leverage your marketing cloud skills to learn growth addition and easily work on growth as well, right? Because in the core you are doing the marketing automations. So those will remain the same. Is just the tool that is changed with more options, more advanced options, more new options. You can just go and check. There is nothing to afraid or worried about. Yeah. With that, I'll sum up this video. Do let me know if you have any questions, how you if you have any concerns, suggestions for the video and everything. Let me know in the comments. Yeah, have a great day. Bye bye.